The sound of Sledge's roar, a guttural blend of fury and frustration, was music to Zaya's ears. She was the lightning rod, and she had pulled the entire storm toward her. She tore through the backyard fences lining the narrow streets near Crestmont Park, her lungs burning, her mind surgically focused on the geography. Every back alley, every rusted gate, every barking dog was a variable in her equation for survival. She knew Sledge wouldn't stop for the hidden tapes immediately. He would prioritize the person carrying Deacon's mind.
Damn it, hurry and subscribe to T Stories. Hurry the f*** up and subscribe!
The key, which she had successfully convinced them was her. She had nothing on her but the ledger, which she now carried like a feather, and the terrible, liberating truth in her head, driven by Ghost, slammed through a neighbor's wooden fence behind her, splintering the aged wood and scattering porch furniture. Zaya burst out onto Scott Street, the artery that cuts right through the neighborhood, running north toward MacGregor Park. Make noise. Get seen. Make them hesitate. She spotted a cluster of teens gathered outside a corner store, their eyes wide as they saw the chase. Zaya didn't slow down. She grabbed a loose trash can and sent it tumbling into the street, creating an immediate deafening clang that brought attention from the main thoroughfare. The SUV screeched to a halt, Ghost hesitant to cause a public spectacle on a busy street. Zaya took the momentary lull to dive behind a dilapidated tire shop off Sankofa Drive, the scent of burning rubber and oil stinging her nostrils. Sledge was out of the SUV instantly, his massive frame radiating menace. "You're done running, girl. You can't outrun the Houston Foundation," he yelled, his voice carrying the authority of a judge and the violence of a killer. "I'm not running from you, Sledge," Zaya yelled back, her voice tight with suppressed rage. "I'm running for them, for every woman Deacon used, and I swear on the names in this book, if you touch my sister, I'll release the name of every councilman, judge, and pastor who watched those tapes." Sledge paused. That was the psychological pressure Zaya needed. He wasn't afraid of the police. He was afraid of his clients being exposed. It was Ghost, young and impatient, who made the mistake of leaving Sledge's side. He rounded the tire shop, a heavy metal baton in hand, his face a mask of cold determination. "That's enough speechifying, whore. The only thing you're releasing is the breath in your lungs." "Wrong choice of words," Zaya breathed. Her pain, her history with Deacon, flashed into her mind. The moments where she was forced into submission. That memory didn't break her. It ignited her. The psychological shift was complete. The victim was now a predator. Ghost lunged. Zaya didn't try to outmuscle him. As he swung the baton, she dropped low, fast, using the momentum of his own attack against him. She slid under his wide stance, coming up hard behind him, and drove her elbow backward into his lower back with the focused power of pure, desperate adrenaline. He gasped, folding over. She didn't stop there. She grabbed a greasy, discarded wrench from the ground, a cold, heavy piece of metal, and slammed it down across the back of his head with an animalistic snarl, her anger overwhelming every other emotion. The blow was clean and decisive, dropping him instantly onto the cracked asphalt. Zaya was breathing heavily, sweat mixing with the grime on her face. Her hands were shaking not from fear, but from the brutal satisfaction of the violent action. She grabbed Ghost's radio and crushed it under her heel, then snatched the keys from his pocket, the keys to the massive black SUV. She looked at Sledge, who was still standing by the street, watching the scene unfold with an expression of cold, professional respect. He had lost his driver and his vehicle in 30 seconds. Zaya jumped into the driver's seat of the stolen SUV, its luxury a stark contrast to the Sunnyside street. She slammed the door shut, reversed with a screech that made every window rattle, and sped north. Sledge didn't chase her. He simply watched, pulled out his phone, and spoke 3 cold words. She took the truck. Zaya drove toward MacGregor Park, the stolen SUV now her steel coffin. She was visible, she was identifiable, and she was heading directly toward a predetermined location that Sledge now knew. Her desperate decoy worked, but in doing so, she had painted a target not just on herself, but on the place where she was supposed to reunite with Malik. The midnight rendezvous was now a trap.